Live, we are going live, we are live. We are live and the camera is on. Hooray! Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Isaac. Good morning, George. And good morning, Lucy. Some regulars. We have a regular clan joining in. That's very good. Very, very good. Let's just do this. Perfect. The sun is right in my eyes this morning. It's obviously dropped down. I hope you are all well and ready to go. I'm going to take the sun out of my eyes. I'm going to step back. I'm going to stand here for today and do a little chat because the sun's right in my eyes at the front. Hopefully this is okay. So we are going to start today with a warm-up, but the focus this week is going to carry on being the one from yesterday, which is that we're going to try and improve that score. Now, we're not going to have an attempt at that score today. Certainly not with me. If you want to be practicing during the week so that you get a better score for Friday, you're welcome to. But at the same time, these sessions are going to help build up your progression towards Friday and towards beating your personal best, which is something that's very important, certainly at this time. We need to be having reasonable, achievable goals and things that we can work towards and things that we know we're putting our effort into and improving all the time. So that's important. But today is just going to be a simple workout. We're going to mix a little bit of stretching and a little bit of high intensity so that we're stretching the muscles that we need in our legs for running and working them out so that they're improving all the time in their strength and their reflexes as well. Are we still doing questions, George? I haven't thought of any questions, but as I'm doing a slightly different theme, but maybe I'll think of some questions for you for tomorrow, if that works. You can always think of some questions for us, George. You're welcome to throw some questions at us, and we can have a question time with George in the morning. I'm happy for that. I'll think about it for tomorrow. Is that okay? Okay, fantastic. So we're going to start off with just a standard a little warm-up. We're just going to go a little bit slower than usual. We're just going to stretch out, and we're going to just shake off cobweb just by starting with a little twist. Okay, so I'm just twisting besides. We can have a little soft bend in the knee, little rotation in the hips. As you know, every morning I like to just shake the cobwebs, clear them off, make sure we're feeling fresh and ready. Just shaking, just let your arms hit your body a little bit, feel a little bit silly, get rid of that energy this morning. Little twist in the hips, slight twist in the ankles maybe. Try not to twist in the knee, so if you need to, you can swing around your feet so that you're not bending the knees awkwardly. So if you see my ankles are coming round now, instead of being static. Good. I want you to do some arm circles forwards. Nice big circles. And backwards. Fantastic. We're done side to side. Just shake it off with a little jog. Just loosen up. And what we're going to do, we're going to do some stretches straight away, go straight into a forward lunge. So we're going to lunge forwards, just like this. Okay, we're going to keep the back leg as straight as we can. You can put it at an angle if you want to, towards the corner of the room, so 45-degree angle. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to take a deep breath in. I want you to scoop some air from the ground all the way up above your head, okay? So deep breath in, and hold it up above your head, just here, and breathe out. And we're going to go again, breathing in, scoop it all up, and this time as we breathe out, you're going to come to the side. Okay, reach forwards with your fingertips, reach backwards with your fingertips, and you might notice, just like I've done, just a slide of that foot, so we can go into that lunge a little bit lower. We're just allowing a little stretch in the abductors, the groin muscles. Okay, reach up, and again, breathing in, reaching up high, and breathing out. Come down to the ground, step forward with your left foot, step back with your right foot, and we're going to go again. So lunge forwards again. The other foot now, go 45 degrees, pointing to the room. If that's too high, you can just stay up on your toes. That's fine. But 45 degrees to the corner of the room, reaching forwards, scooping up some air, up high, reaching up nice and high. Feel a little stretch in the legs, and breathe out, come back down, and reaching up again. Up nice and high. This time as we breathe out, you're going to turn to face away from me, probably. If not, you might be facing me this time. Again, reaching forward with the fingers. Maybe that back leg just slides back a little bit. Remember that the knee doesn't go over the toes. Reaching out. And breathe in. Come up high again. And out. Come down. Now what we're going to do from here, we're going to bring our legs back. So we're in plank position. Bring your right leg forward again. This time, back leg comes down. Okay, so we're going to go into what's called a low lunge now. So we were in a high lunge. This is a low lunge. Okay. And what I want to do is have this hand. So my right leg's forward, so my left hand's going to come down. And we did this before. We're just going to pull a bow, stretch up nice and high, reach up to the air. And you should feel a nice stretch in the glutes, which we're going to need later on. We're also feeling a little twist in the back. Fantastic. And release that down. And as we're here, put both hands forwards if you want, aiming towards your toes. So I've got one hand either side of my foot. And we're just going to rock back. So our bottom's coming towards the back heel. And we're just going to do a stretch here. So toes pointing up. Feet, hands reaching forwards. Just engage. So we've got a little stretch here in the leg. This is a runner's stretch. We want to make sure we're stretching off the muscles that we're about to use for running. Fantastic. Come back up to the start. Place your hands down. Let's see if we can go back into a plank. Just like this. Fantastic. Reach forward with the other leg. So big step. Knee can come down at the back. And again, we're going to, this time right hand, because my left leg's forward, so my right hand's going to stay down. And I'm going to pull that bow all the way up. And reaching up to the sky, feeling that twist in the back and a stretch in the glute. Breathing in here. And you can slowly bring that down to the ground. And again, we're going to have both hands, one either side. And sit back, bottom to heel. Reaching forwards. Just feel that stretch. And come back. We'll go to plank position again. Walk it up to stand. And that is warm up done. Let me just check my screen. Fantastic. Hello, Stanley. Excellent work. Right, hopefully we can all see everything there. Super. Got my glitchy screen back. I forgot about my glitchy screen. Okay, so we're going to do our workout on the timer here. Hopefully you can see that, so that will help you guys. We're going to do 5 exercises, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, a bit like we did yesterday. But we're going to do 2 rounds this time. Okay, so we're going to work a little bit harder for about 10 minutes. And then we'll do a cool down, and that will be time to go. Stanley's throwing me some aliens and stuff. Super. Hopefully this isn't too alien for anyone. Right. So the first thing we're going to do is just we're going to do our slow motion run, okay? That's from changing from this leg to the other leg. So we're just swapping that over. Now the idea of this is that we're getting a little bit of explosive movement as we come up, but we also want to control and contract those muscles as they come down, okay? So it's not about speed here. The speed comes from the explosion up and that movement, and then the control just holds those muscles. So they're working while standing still, and then you explode again. So we're changing alternate arms, alternate legs. So the explosion comes up, and then you freeze, okay? That's where you're gonna build that speed, not necessarily by doing lots of high knees, okay? So that's gonna be 30, we're gonna do 30 seconds of those, and then I'll explain the ones after that, okay? So 5 seconds before we start. Hopefully you can see that. So 30 seconds, you can be on one foot if you want. Off you go, explode up. Okay, and each one in your own time. We're gonna do 30 seconds of this. Try and get that balance. Drive the knee up. Building up on that speed. Good, and the control. Now you'll notice, you'll probably see on mine, I was slightly more speed on one side, slightly better balance too. Oh, that's time. Super. I'm just going to turn this up. Oh, it's upside down. Turn this up so I can hear the little bleeps. Maybe you guys can too. There we go. All right, next one, we're going to do mountain climber. So in plank position, you got a little rest, but when the timer starts, mountain climber. So knees coming to the chest. So we're working. This is a little bit more about the speed. Bringing knees in to your chest, driving those forwards, okay? What time we got? Off you go. Plank position, driving those knees in, 30 seconds worth. You can do it. Okay, so lifting up nice and high from your shoulders, drive the knee forwards towards the chest, and you're not looking down. Try and look a little bit ahead of you. At the very least, you're looking straight down at the ground. Lifting up high from your shoulders. Keep that work coming. Okay, keep pedaling away behind. Fantastic, and rest there. Excellent. Okay, next one. Strongest bone in your body. Chloe, don't know what you mean by strongest bone, but the largest bone in your body is the femur. Goes from your hip down to your knee. That's the femur, that's the largest bone in the body, if that helps. I'd imagine that's one of the strongest, being the size of it. So next one, squat jumps. Let's go. We're going to go from a squat position down, jump up high, and come down again. So we had our rest period, so we're all doing this together now. So squat down, jump up. If the jumps are too much, you can just do a little tiptoe, come down, tiptoe up. Arms can come up too. Remembering the bottom comes back. So we're keeping our knees over our ankles as best we can. And again, super. Working the explosive moments, working those muscles to improve that speed. Fantastic. What we're going to do now, hopefully you've got the same shuttle as you did yesterday. So we're just going to do some shuttle runs. So I'm going from my wall to this wall and back again. So we're doing that for 30 seconds, okay? For speed, as much as anything, but just a little bit of running just to get us going, okay? So whether that's the same as yesterday, off you go. Might be the same as yesterday. Might be that you do a different section. And what I want you to do, halfway through, I'm pushing off the same side, either side. So I'm always facing one wall. When I turn, facing that same wall each time. If you notice you're going in circles, push off the other foot the next round, okay? Try and change it. Super. Hold it there. 30 second rest. And we're going to finish off with some lunges. So we're going to lunge forwards into kind of like a sprint start. So we're going to lunge, hands come down, okay? And then come up into our start position. We swap legs, hands come down, and then we push up, okay? So you're going to do those, 30 seconds of those. Off we go. I think Chloe's saying that's the largest and strongest. So did I answer your question? Is that factual? Or was that another question, Chloe? You'll have to let me know. I imagine bone density, so the thickness of the bone, would mean that the femur is the thickest, therefore the strongest in the body. But, well done this time. But, as with everything, it still has the potential to be broken. So it's not invincible, but it's also a very important part of our body. If you break the femur, it's quite a tricky one. Oh, we have an answer from Chloe. We've got 10 seconds. We're going to go back into our slow motion running. The femur bone is the longest and strongest bone in the body, located in the thigh. It spans the hip and knee joints and helps maintain upright posture by supporting the skeleton. Let's go, slow motion running. Remember, it's explosion. You might be a little bit faster now. And your balance might even be better. So I said to George, he could bust out question of the day. Or maybe That's what Chloe was doing, busting out question of the day. And if we like biological questions like that, I'll bust some of those out tomorrow. We like those? Oh, Chloe, you broke it. That was bad times. That was bad times. That was not a nice one to break after falling off the horse. 15 more seconds of rest. We're going to go into our mountain climbers. So let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do some questions just like Chloe's done today. I won't be able to give as good as an answer as that. Let's go mountain climbers. But let me know, comment below, message me, talk to me, and I'll add in some biology questions like that about muscles and bones. It's my favourite subject. So keep going, 10 more seconds. Drive those knees in, building that explosive power in the legs, helping us run faster for longer. That's a bit of a lie. Explosive power helps over short distances. We need to slow it down a little bit if we want to be better over longer distances. But it's good for sprinting, which we're doing in our little challenge, aren't we? Speaking of challenge, we've got squat jumps to do now. So we're going to start those in a second. But you're coming back as if you're sitting in a chair, up to jump or up onto your tiptoes. Off you go. So down and up, down, and up. If you want an extra challenge, you can do a little quarter turn as you jump and land. Always make sure you jump and turn in the air though. And change direction if you're jumping in circles. Fantastic, that's time. Oh, I should have landed better than that. Super, always make sure you're doing a soft landing if you're jumping. We've been learning that in PE, haven't we? Soft landings. Very, very good. Shuttle runs. So I mentioned to you, if you realise you were pushing off the same leg every time. So I was pushing off my left leg here, pushing off my left leg here, and I'm going around in circles. Try and change it to the other side this time, or alternate each time. Let's go. So you can push off your right leg first time, left leg second time, right leg, left leg. And you'll actually find if you do alternate legs, you take fewer steps. Because you're stepping into that corner with the leg that's closest. Fantastic. That's almost at the end of the round. We've got lunges to do, down into our running lunge, and that'll be time for a cool down, I think. Fantastic. So remember, last one, we're just alternating hands and feet down to the ground, back up, other leg down to the ground, and back up for our sprint start. So are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Down to the ground and up. Forwards and up. So just doing a reach down, reach down, reach down. Remember that front knee never should come over the toes. Okay. So we come to here, come straight back up. Okay. So we're going forwards and up. Forwards and up. 10 more seconds. See if you can do one more each side. Go again. Well done. Excellent work. That is the end of the little workout. We've got a little cool down to do to finish. It was painful, Chloe, just clarifying. It was very painful. It is a very painful bone to suffer. You haven't had a drink? Make sure to stay hydrated, very important, very, very important. Okay, what is it? 80% of our body, maybe even more. 80% of our body is made up from water. Fun fact. So make sure you're keeping hydrated. Right, we'll do a quick cool down. I want to start off with a big stretch up. And we're going to come down into a squat, okay? So we'll come down here into a squat here. My right knee is going to come down to the ground. Okay, my left leg is going to come out to the side. What we're going to do is we're going to stretch forwards and just allow this leg to go out as wide as we can. Hands come down to the ground. We're going to do a gate pose variation. So my legs here at a right angle to each other. This leg's just going to come stretch out, and you should feel a nice stretch on the inside here. So again, we want to make sure that we're stretching the hip, the abductors, so the adductors and the abductors, either side of our body. Okay, so bring that leg slowly in. We'll do the other side. So stretch out nicely, and then we're just going to hold that stretch here and just feel it open up. Now, some of you guys might be much lower to the ground than I am. I'm working on it. Okay. So just sit into that stretch a little bit as we cool ourselves down here. And then as you bring that other leg back, set yourself up into table position, just like this. So hands and feet are underneath your shoulders and hips respectively. So knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. We're just going to do some cat-cow here, okay? So breathe in through your lungs, curve down, making that C for cow. And breathing in.
Swap over to cat, breathe out, empty your lungs, so you've got a nice curve here again. Okay, breathing in.
To cow, so you're filling your lungs, filling this space, filling your belly, and breathe out.
Empty in the belly, empty the space, curve down, tuck your chin into your chest. Breathing in again.
And out.
Do one more with your breath. So when you're ready to breathe in.
When you're ready to breathe out. Okay, back to a neutral spine, back to a normal position. We're going to just allow your knees to go back into a plank maybe and just drop down to the ground, however's comfortable for you. And we're just going to breathe in here. Fill the lungs into a cobra. Just to here and slowly release out. So another back stretch, nice to stretch out here with your pointed toes as well. Stretch out the glutes and the hamstrings as you do this. So push your feet into the ground, breathe in. And out. And one more, breathing in. And out. Come back to a standing position. Well, we're actually just going to come up onto your feet here into a squat, and I'm just going to come a little bit wider. We're just going to go into a deep squat, okay? And you can just kind of feel it out here. Allow a little bit of movement in your hips, but really focus on being low to the ground. Stabilize with your feet. Stretch out whatever might feel a bit tight. Try and keep your shoulders as upright as you can. The aim, and I'm not doing this by any stretch of the imagination, but the aim is, as always, just like when you are standing, to have your head over your heart over your hips, and have that straight line, okay? I'll turn to the side, and you'll see that mine isn't quite there, okay? But as always, you want to kind of try and lift yourself up into as nice a high up a position as you can, and you'll feel, as you do that, you'll feel the stretch even more so here. And we're just going to finish off last few seconds, come to a seated position. If you want to here, you're welcome to, I encourage you or invite you to close your eyes and just take some deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, so soften your gaze, close your eyes, listen out for the birds outside my window if you like. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Comment if you can hear the birds. Maybe you've got your own birds. Okay, just do another cycle of breath for you. If you've got time and you want to sit for a little bit longer, you're welcome to. But I'm going to say goodbye and thank you very much for joining in. Up to 60% of the human adult body is water. The brain and heart are composed of 73%, and the lungs are about 83% water. The skin contains 64% water, muscles and kidneys are 79%, and your bones. Well, thank you, Chloe, for that last bit of information for you. Stay hydrated. You just heard there how important water is for your body. What all of that says is that more than half of your body in any one place is made up of water, even bones and skin and lungs and brain, all made up of water. So, George, you can go to maths. Thank you very much. Chloe can hear the birds, maybe not so much now, but have a lovely day. I'll see you again tomorrow. We're going to have a little practice of our setting our time tomorrow, so we're going to try and improve on that a little bit more. That's the focus for tomorrow. So if you're ready for that, I will see you in the morning. Thanks as always for joining in. Bye, as George always tells me. Bye. Have a lovely day, everyone. See you very soon. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.